Hello and welcome to another video on the Gegenpress. And with us today we have a very exciting pair of boots, and I'm actually going to try to answer a number of questions which I've been receiving a lot. Today we are going to talk about the GOAT, the greatest boot of all time perhaps, the Mizuno Wave Cup. And this specific model is the Wave Cup SS. So a brief history about the Wave Cup is that it was the same model which Rivaldo wore in the 2022 World Cup in Korea and Japan. And this is a remake, this is like a re-release of that colorway. The original one had blue and yellow along with white, but this version is white, red and blue. This particular colorway was released for, I think, if I'm not mistaken, in conjunction of Shinji Okazaki's final professional game. Of course, if you're not sure who Shinji Okazaki is, he played for Leicester, in the Leicester team that won the Premier League. So anyways, we're not going to talk about the player today, we're going to talk about the football boot. So a lot of you have been questioning, following the first ever video on this site, about this shoe and how it compares to other football boots, mainly the Morelia 4, the Morelia 2, the DNAs, and even Adlers. So today we're going to talk about the Wave Cup SS and why some football reviewers declare it the best football boot of all time, and why do I agree with it. So let's go straight to the shoe, yeah? Let's put this on the side. So this is my pair. I've had this for 5 months, 6 months already, and I wear them. You can see closely, you can see like the scuff marks on the studs. You can see a lot of what you call it, you know, this boot has been worn. If I'm not mistaken, this one had a bit of scuff mark. Yeah, you can see clearly there, got stepped on that day. And I wear this. It doesn't get muddy because I play mostly on artificial grass, but this is by far the comfiest boot that I have. Easily my top 3, if not my favorite one. And it all starts with the full kangaroo leather upper. You can see from top to back. Although this part here, if I'm not mistaken, is synthetic. But yeah, true with what a lot of people who wear these shoes in the past, also Mizuno shoes, the Running Bird logo on the Mizunos are like they are double purpose. One is for the style, it is distinctive from afar. Secondly, once you pull this in, once you pull in, you tighten up your laces, they keep the structure on, they keep everything in place. So it's a 2-in-1 solution done by the Mizuno people, which are pretty awesome. So being a kangaroo leather, it will stretch and it is stretchy, but the way the stitching has been done, it is to maintain the shape of, it's for it to stay to the shape of your foot as you wear it in the long run. They do feel very pillowy, as you can tell from this. But just because they are pillowy doesn't mean you don't get that whole barefoot sensation. This is actually very, very comfortable to control the ball, to shoot the ball, to trap the ball. And regardless whether you want to shoot it, whether you want to lob it, whether you want to do diagonal passes, this is a pleasure, to do those. So very comfy upper. And as you can see, the way I do the laces, these are the laces the way they look like. This is not how they come out of the box. I just prefer my laces to look like that. To me, it's clean. And yes, they don't have the runner's loop hole at the back, but I do it up front. It's just my personal preference, so up to you, whatever works for you. But this is how I set up my Mizuno Wave Cup. It's very, very comfortable, as if I haven't said it enough. And if you look at the bottom, the studs, they might look aggressive, compared to the typical rounded studs, but they actually work pretty well on artificial grass, at least in my experience. All right. So they don't look conventional at all. You have 1, 2, there are 4 at the back, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 13 studs in place. But I don't think it's just done for the sake of it, because when I say it's the most comfiest, it's the comfiest football boot that I wear, that I own, it's because even when standing, you don't feel the pressure on your feet. It's very, very pillowy. It just sinks in, and the sensation is different. You should try it to believe it, but trust me, this is like no other. Even if the artificial grass is a bit on the hard side, you don't feel the pressure points on the sole of your feet, which is ridiculous, right? The insides are just very, very basic. They have this the cushion at the back to keep your heel in place. If I'm not mistaken, is this removable? Never removable. Oh yeah, they are removable, and they look pretty much basic inside. Nothing to go crazy about, but they don't slip. It comes with this inner lining, which is very, very, I'm not sure whether this is Zero Glide, but yeah, as you can see, a lot of mark from my feet there. 260 centimeters, that's 7 UK. I do recommend going through to size, although the Wave Cup, if you compare to Morelia 2s or Morelia 4 Neos, they do feel roomier, especially width-wise. In terms of length, perfect for me. Although, people are asking, how do you compare? If I'm wearing a size 7 for the Wave Cup, do I wear the same size for the DNAs or the Morelia 4s? I do recommend going half a size lower there, because I just feel the Morelia Neo 4s and the DNAs, it's like, I don't know, maybe it's the construction or the stitching, that those shoes felt slightly, very, very slightly longer. But this one is perfect for me. I don't have really wide feet, but my feet is a bit on the wide side. So again, if you wear, go for true to size for the Wave Cups. There are two ways on how you want to wear it. You can put it with the tongue above for additional protection. Although I wouldn't blame you if you want to put it like this. It looks pretty cool as well. It does have a very, very traditional look, which might not work for everyone. Totally understandable. A lot of people who I know, when they see this, they'll be like, it looks so old school, look like an uncle wearing it. But fair enough. But I don't want to look like a clown wearing Nikes with huge air written at the back of the foot as well. So this one works for me. And I mean, come on, look at the color. I've realized after 5 to 6 months, it hasn't discolored, which is great. I play a lot with it. Scuff marks, most of the scuff marks actually come from the synthetic part of the boot. So apart from that, just a quick alcohol wipe and then quick wet cloth wipe, you're good. Easy to maintain, great pair of football boots. And then people will be asking, is it worth paying this much for the Wave Cup? Yes, it is worth paying that much for the Wave Cup, because one, probably the again, best boot in the market right now. It will definitely stand out, obviously, for the looks of it, and technology-wise, to appreciate what you get when you buy this sort of boot. And if you're gonna pay that much money for a football boot, you might as well stand out. That's what I think. So overall, the package, it's a really, really good deal once you think about it. And yes, it's made in Japan. So I don't think there's ever a made in Vietnam version of the Wave Cup. If I'm not mistaken, all of them are made in Japan. The only problem, or the only issue I would say from buying this, is that it's very basic. The unboxing is very basic. You get the shoes, and then that's the carry bag. Nothing to shout about. I do wish they give something extra out of it, but oh well, you can't win all the time. So lastly, people will be asking, oh yes, I spoke about sizing, I spoke about the value, I spoke about the price. And if you have any other questions about the Mizuno Wave Cup SS, do let me know. Easily my favorite football shoe right now in my collection. If I am ever gonna sell all of my boots and I can only keep one, this is the last one that's gonna be standing on the shelf. I like it a lot. I do recommend giving it a go. If you're just gonna buy one Mizuno forever, get the Wave Cups. If you have the option between this and the DNAs, easy to say get the Wave Cup, but I also add another caveat to it. Try it. Look at the sizing, because the sizing of the Wave Cup might be better for you compared to the ones on the DNA, the new DNAs actually. I'm not saying those are bad, those are brilliant football boots. It's just the fit. That's the main point. If you are asking me to choose between this one or DNAs, I know I gave you my reasoning about going for the Wave Cups because it's even much more limited edition, but the fit as well. And yeah, keep on saying Wave Cup. Forgot to mention about this bottom here. So this is the part where your heel lands, and it's a very different sensation. I've never worn any other shoe that give me the same sensation when it comes to when you land on your heel, or when when you walk and run around in the field. It's so comfortable. You can say this is a pair of shoes for uncles or folks who have, you're worried about your knees giving way, or you're not in your peak physical condition, but you want you put confidence ahead of everything else when you're looking for your football boot. So there you go. Appreciate the subscribe, appreciate the views, appreciate the likes. If you have any questions, feel free. The comment section is right down below. I will try to answer to all the comments that I receive. If you have one, do share your experience as well, because my experience, it's not representative of everyone else who own a Mizuno boot, football boots, or Mizunos in general. So there you go. Thank you again, and I'll catch you in the next video.